thanks for coming. My name is John Kwam, and for my leadership communication class, I'm going to be talking about the importance of perseverance for leaders. So I want you to start by thinking back to January 11th. On January 11th, we're just getting into conference play, and we lose to our big rival, Walsh. We blew a huge lead in the second half and ended up losing that game when we should have won it. So I just want you to take like 10 seconds, think about how did you feel, like the emotions going through your mind, what you were thinking, all that kind of stuff. All right, so remember those thoughts as we go through the rest of this. All right, so the purpose of this speech, I want to use our team's story of how we lost to Walsh, how we battled back from that and ended up persevering and beating them the second time, to talk about some key concepts of leadership, with particular perseverance for leaders and how we can achieve growth through perseverance and also how we can learn through failure. So beginning with that, so I've seen these concepts in every successful team I've been a part of. I've been a part of a Big Ten championship team. These are really important things, so I want to talk about these because I really believe in them. And then what we'll cover here, just how acknowledging failures can lead to growth, how being grateful for adversity can teach us lessons, and how we can apply those lessons with increased effort to learn from our mistakes. So first of all, failures. Failures are really important because they allow us to see areas for growth. In that Walsh game, we came up short because we struggled to score at the end. And so when we had that failure, it sucks in the moment, but we saw how we needed to grow as a basketball team and how we needed to execute down the stretch and close games. And so we were able to learn from that. And we wouldn't have learned those things if we didn't lose. And I really believe that that experience of losing to Walsh and blowing that big lead made us better in the long run. And then also we were able to improve through watching a lot of film. And for me personally as a leader, just putting in a lot of time to watch the clips of our game and learning like what we did wrong and how we can grow from that. And for me being able to like persevere through like wanting to avoid watching that because it was painful, and just being able to do it and look at that and see how to improve was really important. The next thing, gratitude's super important if we want to be able to learn from failures and persevere through failures. Failing teaches us valuable lessons, whether that's on the court, like I said, with finding out how to execute down the stretch to win games, or just off the court, like becoming a better person, for example. We want to embrace and be grateful for these lessons that we learn through adversity. And then also, along with that, being willing to learn from them. That's another huge part. And how we showed gratitude for our team, we showed it by the way we came together. When adversity hits, it's really easy to split apart as a team, but we did a really good job of like becoming even closer after that loss, and just relying on each other and being grateful for each other and that experience. And we were able to do that to be successful the second time around. And then effort. Effort's a big thing. It's one thing to be able to tell what mistakes you made and learning from them, but then we actually have to apply that. And how we did that was we attacked practice. We did it smarter, we did it harder, and we prepared ourselves so that we wouldn't repeat the mistakes that we made in the first game. And here I'm going to show a quick clip from Tony Bennett. He's the coach at Virginia, and he'll kind of detail about how hardship and how attacking, kind of that learning process, how that was good for their team.
All the guys who went through losing, being the first, one seed to lose an answer, what did losing to UMBC teach you? What did that hardship teach you? Because whenever you experience a hard thing, just because you went through it does nothing for you. It's how you apply it. It's how you respond to it. When I sat on the chair and I answered that question, I said, what it did for me, I said it did two things. And I remember it like it was yesterday, talking to our team, I said it.
Yeah, so just like Tony Bennett said, it's about applying lessons. Like, it's one thing to see what happened, it's another thing to attack it and get better. better. And that's one thing that I think in our story that we did really well. And then to conclude here, so we talked about things good leaders have. They persevere through failures. They're willing to learn from failures. How we did that was we acknowledged that failures allow us to learn. We were grateful for them in that, you know, they taught us key lessons, and we were willing to apply those things we learned to become better. And so now to finish, those visual aids I gave you, that picture of us winning the Mayor's Cup. So this is something that I want you to think about when you think back about those initial emotions I asked about with the pain of losing. Just seeing how we use these leadership concepts throughout our season to be able to, you know, come back stronger and beat our rival Walsh the second time around. And so yeah, feel free to look at those and kind of think about how positive of an experience that was and how it might not have happened if we didn't use these key leadership concepts. Yeah, once again, thanks for coming to my speech, and I hope you learned something about persevering through adversity.